Okay, we don't want to get you depressed and morbid. It's the beginning of a new week. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. And this is Thanksgiving week, right?
Yeah. Thursday is
and we're going to be here every day, right?
I think Mikey said he was going to feed us Thursday. Oh, not you.
No.
He can feed
me.
No,
starting this week, I'm not being fed. I'm on my diet, and I'm not going to be fed at all. So those of you who are going to bring food in, more power to you, but all I can tell you is that you're going to have to do a great job.
I'll do my best.
You're going to have to really eat for two.
I'll
and
try.
The staff better be prepared to go crazy from now on for the next 6 months or whatever, because that stuff is over for me for a long time.
Uh-huh. I think I'm up to it. I think I'm up for it, yeah.
Yeah, you've been in training.
Uh-huh.
And this morning I was coming to work, and I heard that new FM show in the morning. Man, that is really incredible. Of course, you can't judge on one day. We do want to be fair, don't we?
Do we?
No. Well, no, we want to give them a break, but let's face it. How many people does it take to do a morning show? They got about 87 people on there.
That's true.
And what I really loved, I heard like a couple of spots, one in particular, I don't want to mention Southern Belle, but I heard some ads that wouldn't have been there if I was there, and I can just envision a couple of people in the building over there. Oh, boy, isn't it great we finally got Southern Belle back because they won't advertise with you-know-who, you know. Of course, they're not going to talk about the 80% of the rest of the business that's going to disappear slowly but surely, or rapidly but surely over the next couple of months.
You mean all the stuff that's already disappeared?
Yeah,
maybe?
that too. But anyway, good luck to them, okay? We certainly wish them all the best of luck with their 75-man show, and it was pretty music-intensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty music-intensive, except when they get Harrison in there, who's selling his own sports, I guess. I guess that's why he wants to be over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good luck to him.
Oh, yeah, he had a spot for U of M football on his sportscast that I was listening to. And by the way, wasn't it nice to see them run up the score again on Saturday? That was good. 44-3. Now, if only they'd leave a few of those points for the Dolphins, we'd have it made.
Yeah, balance.
Yeah, if we could just balance them out. I know that they might be a little hard-pressed to give up 22 points, because 22-3 doesn't, you know, see, when you're competing for that top spot, man, when they take these polls, 22 points wouldn't get the job done. In addition to which, it's pretty hard to score 22 points anyway, isn't it? It can be done, but it's a awkward score.
It's sort of like being number 3, I think.
Yeah, kind of like that.
You know, they could have, if they could have spared 4 points.
Can I see the thing? Where is it? Where's the sports section from the Herald? Because I want to see what the attendance was yesterday.
Okay.
Last night. And of course, we didn't get to see it, thank God, because it was blacked out. But let's just take a little peek.
Count your blessings, I think.
Okay. Did they even put it in here?
It says a story on the front page. It says, Dolphins not dumb, they stay home.
Oh, yeah?
Is that
here it is, 53,526. Wow.
Harold put it on the front page of the sports section. Incredible.
So let's see, they had 11,483 no-shows. That's 65. So, yeah, they had about 8 to 10,000 unsold tickets, right?
Well, the great thing was that, you know, ESPN got to run, we got to see an extra tractor pull.
Yeah.
Which was...
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
I like when we have the games blacked out. Okay, it's 9 minutes past 10 at WIOD. It's the Neil Rogers Monday show. And slowly but surely, I don't know what's going on with these people, but it's like old days on the AM. We sit down here and most of the lines. See, what we would like, ultimately, it's starting tomorrow. We don't want to be pushy, but starting tomorrow, when you sit down here at about 5 to 10... Isn't it good to have every line flashing, getting... Well, no, not at 5 to 10, because Mike's still doing his show. Like at 10 o'clock, when Henry starts the news. Yeah. That would be the time.
Is Henry there?
Well, somewhere. Somewhere in the bowels of the building, Henry is hiding. And speaking of the bowels of the building, wait till you hear the guest on the Bob Kunz show this afternoon.
You're right.
Steve Kane's going to be the guest on the Bob Kunz show. No, Steve has another one of those incredible shows, man. Anti-sex minister Dr. Roy Masters, I think what it should say is homophobia champ Dr. Roy Masters, gay sex fiend Bob Kunst, and sexy alien Nadine.
Nadine, I can't wait to meet her.
Now, who's Nadine? She's not left over from that show on Friday, is she?
I think she's our intern. Isn't she the one that used to be our intern? Wasn't she an alien?
Oh, that Nadine. Yeah, she was an alien, all right. The one that used to hold up the doorstop?
Yeah. I think well, it'll be good to see her
just stand there leaning in the doorway looking on. She was getting college credit for it. That was great.
Well, they made her Xerox.
Good work, Nadine.
She had to Xerox.
Look at that. Even the Palm Beach lines are lit here this morning.
Oh, boy.
Isn't that enough to make you puke?
It's probably crank.
And I do know that George Perlis is the coach of Michigan State. I'm not going to get chewed out on that again because I see the first mobile call is an MSU alumni, and the Spartans 6-4-1, right?
6 wins in a row, baby.
How about that, huh? When they're hot, they're hot. And when they're not, yeah, they're doing it.
Yeah,
and they're going to be in one of the bowl games, too. You know, the great thing about college ball now is everybody's in a bowl game. If you finish in the top 300, man, you're in a bowl game.
That's right. Neil, you know, last year about this time when Michigan State was going to the Rose Bowl,
yeah,
I had you call my answering machine. You heard my wife sing the Spartan Fight song.
That's right. I remember that. It was disgusting, yeah.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to do it this year because, you know, Gator Bowl, Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Who are they going to play? Vassar this year or Brown?
University of Georgia in the Gator Bowl.
Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Listen, I want to tell you a weird story that happened to me. And, by the way, I won't ask you to call anybody a douchebag.
No, we're not going to do that today at all.
Right.
We had enough of that Friday to last a lifetime.
I'm sad to say that recently I had a family member pass away, and it was grandmother. And we set up the funeral arrangements.
Barely.
And she had a bunch of old friends.
Yeah.
They really turned it into a circus. We rented a couple limos to take the people to the grave site, you know. And we had a huge fight at the funeral parlor on who was going to ride in the limo or not.
Wow.
It was unbelievable.
Good. They could have taped it and put it on Geraldo. That would have been great.
It was unbelievable. You never seen old people fight like this before.
Excellent. Oh, yes, I have. I've been online at Morrison's.
It was horrible. Anyway, listen, last week when the Dolphins played the Bills,
yeah,
I was still on the ship around halftime, but by the third quarter got around, I looked for the lifeboat and I jumped ship on them. I'm not a Dolphin fan anymore.
Oh, you gave him up for Lent, huh?
Yeah, I gave him up, man.
Okay, well, I'm sure that you're not the only one, pal, but you got to hang in there, man. Look at those people in Tampa Bay. And wasn't it nice to see Vinny with another big game yesterday?
Yeah, he really had a good day.
A couple of more interceptions, and he completed 7 out of 5,000 or whatever it was. Another big day for Vinny.
Listen, go Spartans.
Huh? Okay.
Go Spartans. Thanks a lot.
Okay, we'll be up there, man. We're going to be there in Hart.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. In Jacksonville. What a place to go, huh? Have you ever been to Jacksonville?
Yes, I have. That's where I got.
Horrendous place.
That's where I got drafted.
Really?
Back in the '60s. So I have very terrible thoughts about that city.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horrendous place.
Yes, it is.
It's 10:13. Now, did we have another switch? Wrong switch down there again? Yeah, I just heard that barely sound on the phone.
It's like old
times. I guess we're trying to sound like Zeta 4
yeah,
here
it was like
morning,
being home.
Yeah. But because I understand from listening that they had some serious problems at the beginning of the show.
Not at Zeta.
Yeah, which is very unusual for them.
No.
So congratulations, Colonel. Get used to it, baby.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be involved in a technical nightmare that'll make new hair grow in body part like on the balls of your feet.
I bet he's real naive and thinks it's going to be today only, you know, that he had technical problems. What a joke.
Oh.
Boy.
Good luck to you, Colonel. Okay, let's go to Bay Harbor. Hello.
Well, Neil.
Yeah.
How are you?
Great.
How about those Dolphins?
Yeah, do we have to do 4 hours
Yeah,
on this
we're going to
now?
talk about sports this entire day.
They really should have won the game, to tell you the truth.
But look,
I guess
really
we are.
would have and should have and a bad call and all of this other. You know, when you score 3 points, you don't win too many games, okay?
That's true. That's true.
And when you got a guy like Tony Franklin kicking, I mean, to miss a 28-yard field goal in this day and age takes a certain amount of talent, okay?
And to make it so bad, he holds the record, the second longest field goal in the league.
Well,
Something.
good luck to him, because he's going to need it.
Hasn't this all been rehashed
I know,
this morning?
it's been done and redone.
Now, Bird,
What?
let me ask you a question. You say you were drafted. Now, what do you mean by that?
I was drafted in 1968 into the Army, believe it or not.
Oh, I was thinking sports.
I kept the Vietnamese out of...
And now you know why we lost the war, sir.
I kept the Vietnamese out of Alaska.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I was drafted at the height of the Vietnam War, but they didn't send me to Nam.
Oh, well,
Thank God.
good for you.
Okay, well, listen, have a great day, pal. And when you wake up, give us a call again in a few days. 10:15 at WIOD. I got something. I can't wait to play it, okay?
Oh, good.
I'm going to do it now because it just, it's got that, like, bouncy feeling at the
Bouncy?
beginning of the week. Kind of wakes some of these Neanderthals up.
Really like boobs a lot. Boobs a lot, boobs a lot. Boobs a lot, boobs a lot. Boobs a lot. chocolate. Gotta wear your chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate. Gotta wear your chocolate. Got to wear your chocolate. Gotta wear your chocolate. Out on the football field. You never can tell what a heel can wheel. So you gotta wear your chocolate. Gotta wear your chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate. Gotta wear your chocolate. If I had a flag along. If I had a flag along. If I had a long flag along. If I had a long flag along. If you like boots, I tag along. Beep, boop, a line. I like boots, like boots, I like boots, they're big and round. They're all around. They're big and round. They're all around.
I like that a lot, don't you?
Very relatable.
Yeah. Anyway, well, yeah, we've worked with a lot of boobs, so we figured we'd play that this morning. 10:17 at WIOD. We got a mobile in Palm Beach. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Doing okay.
Your name was used in vain on Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Went to see Morton Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah.
in Miami.
Uh-huh.
First thing he said is, "Where's Neil and Steve Kane?"
Oh, Steve wasn't there either?
No.
Really?
I thought Steve was supposed to be on that show.
He said he was going to be.
They had the worst guests.
Uh-oh.
They were talking about Amendment 11 and whether or not...
yeah, they came down here to flagellate the bilingual thing and start off all over again, you know, just like Donahue did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We don't need these carpetbaggers coming into town whipping up all the emotion and frenzy and dividing our otherwise unified and loving community, right?
It was a poor scene. I mean, it wasn't even televised.
Oh, really?
Well, what was it? Oh, yeah, it was just a thing where they charged people to come in, like a three-ring circus.
I figured there were probably about 2,000 people there. They charged $20 a head, and he split it 50-50, which means he made $100,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
poor Mort. He really needs it. You know, he only made $22 million last year.
Well, he needs it because his wife is divorcing him now.
Oh, is that what it? Yeah, like I said, he's going to need every dime he can get.
Anyway, it was really bad. I mean, people were waiting online at what they call, you know, the microphone. They were waiting online for an hour just to say, where are the cameras? I mean, the mentality was really poor.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he enjoyed it.
I did not.
I'm just a joke, pal.
Mark Laporte wasn't there, was he?
No, they had, there was a disc jockey from West Palm. I'm not sure which station it was.
A disc jockey from West Palm. Couldn't have been Lee Fowler.
No, it was some heavy guy with a beard.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what his name was.
Yeah, I know that one.
But anyway.
Probably Johnny Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, listen, thanks for the report, and don't make the mistake again, okay?
I will not.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good morning.
Okay, now the next call is kind of interesting. We're going to have to do our break first, but the next call says collect from Portland, Maine.
Oh, my God. It couldn't be someone we know.
I doubt it. Okay, we have an open line in Palm Beach if you move quickly where we just hung up. 655 WIOD, and we're just getting into it now, getting wide awake and ready for a really exciting show, right?
Yeah.
Nadine's going to stop in here early, I think, before she's on with Steve. It's 10:20 at WIOD. 10:24 at WIOD. Now, this could be the call of the day. You realize that. Collect from Portland, Maine. Hello.
Good morning, Neil, Glen.
Yes, sir.
Bob?
You don't think anybody from Guy Gennett would be calling you collect, do you?
No, no, they're big spenders, man.
Yeah.
They would pay for it.
Well, I just saw their building last night, the We're Number 3 building.
Yeah. It's really impressive, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I think they're getting
Used
ready
to be number
tear it.
one. They shaved 2 stories off it.
They're getting ready to tear it down, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I called you last week and told you I was coming up.
Are you really there? Because you sound like you're right next door.
No, I'm really here.
See, these long-distance calls that bounce off the satellite, man, these are the connections that are the greatest. If we could just talk long-distance, we'd have the best-sounding calls in town, you know?
Is it below zero up there?
No, it's supposed to be a high of 40 today.
Oh boy,
great.
wow.
It's only going to be about 79 or 80 here today. The sun is shining. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, so we don't want you to feel bad.
No, I'm flying back in tonight.
I bet you're happy about that.
Not really from what I'm leaving.
I bet you that must be a real cosmopolitan town, Portland. Huh? They must be really progressive thinking, real open-minded folks up there, yeah.
Yeah, they are really. You know, if you think about it, the downtown area is beautiful, and it's all surrounding water. You know, there's water surrounding the town, so it's beautiful up here.
Great. Well, maybe today be a good day for someone to go for a little swim, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. I'll go over to the We're number 3 building and tell them they're number 1.
Make it a suggestion.
Okay, you guys take care.
Okay, have a safe trip now.
Okay.
Boy, he sounded
Bye-bye.
good.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it really sounds great on these
really
long-distance calls now. Anyway, it's 10:26 at WIOD. That has nothing to do with anything, that call, but I'm sure you enjoyed it. Okay, we have an open line in Broward now. If you move real quickly at 524 WIOD, and let's go to Miami Beach. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
Hi, Glenn.
Morning.
Hi, I'm your previous caller from...
Our previous caller.
The previous, from a long time ago. I'm a long-time listener from when you were on AM.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to thank you for wishing me happy birthday. My name is Melody, and my boyfriend called, and you...
Now, your boyfriend wouldn't be Mike Melody, would he?
No.
Because you know, in this business, there are a lot of Mike Melodies and a lot of Johnny Rabbits, and even a few Johnny Darks. Yeah.
But I wanted to thank you for wishing me happy birthday. I love your show. I think you guys are great. And we're still looking for that Benny Mardones song.
Are you really? Yeah,
That's Benny.
It's on the way. I don't know why everybody is excited about it, but it's on the way.
It's a great song.
Yeah, in fact, when the rest of the mail gets here in the next 3 shifts, it'll probably show up in there somewhere. We already got a little bit of mail this morning, which I can't believe. That's very unusual. But the mail here comes in spurts and starts. And another great thing that happened today, Melody?
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Well, it really happened yesterday because I came in yesterday to do a little bit of work and dub some stuff. And they've opened the bridge on 79th Street Causeway. Yeah. Now, is that the first time in over a year and a half?
Well, I live right down the street from WIOD, and
really?
It's constantly a problem.
They finally opened it up, and it's great. The only problem was when I got to it, the bridge was up. So it's like a mixed bag, you know what I'm saying? And, man, I was sitting there swearing at that bridge tender. He is as slow as molasses.
I know. They're really terrible.
Slow.
But listen, I wish you guys the best. I love your show. If you go to any other channel, you can...
No, we're not going... We just got here, Melody. We're not going anyplace, okay? We're going to be here a long time, at least another week or 2.
I'll be there.
Okay. Thanks, Melody.
Thanks, Neil.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Boy, she was emotional, wasn't she?
Why is everyone obsessed with that record? This is the biggest question.
What, Benny Mardones?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell it is.
You'll play it one time, if that.
Oh, by the way, speaking of records... what was it? It was Guns N' Roses. Remember the girl was calling in about the drummer in Guns N' Roses? Yeah. And I looked at the CD, and it's inconclusive. Mm-hmm. It's like watching the Zapruder film of the Kennedy assassination. It's inconclusive.
Interesting comparison.
But I did see the video of Kokomo by the Beach Boys, who have a new drummer. Obviously, they got a new drummer because Dennis isn't playing the drums anymore. But now that's an interesting guy.
Oh, well.
Somebody will call in and tell us who that is, okay? Yeah. Somebody like Rich Pachter, music expert.
I've never noticed.
Now, you watch. He will call today, and then he'll say, "Oh, well, you invited me to call. I heard it."
You're right. You're absolutely correct, yeah.
But anyway, we better check that out, those who are so inclined. Let's go to, and that's just for Dr. Masters, who's going to be on with Steve today. We're going to do a real faggy show today just to get him, primed for the show.
Good.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to be mincing all over the studio, and we're going to paint pictures on the walls and put up posters and all kinds of good stuff. Fort Lauderdale, hello.
Hi, WIOD Spy, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Listen, another update on Mr. Warts over there on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. He ripped you apart, boy. People were screaming. He was saying that you and Steve King were chicken defecation.
Yeah.
On stage. And he also said he said he was scared that if you got on there, you'd kiss his warts. He said if Neil was on here, he'd probably kiss me.
Yeah. Hey, I got news for you, Wart. There isn't a human creature alive who would do anything like that, which is probably why his wife is divorcing him. She probably got, new glasses or something, got to take a look at what she's married to.
Listen, Neil, we were in the front row, and it was horrible. Those warts, they were just like popping off the stage.
Yeah.
They were huge.
Well, you know, I've seen this show a little bit since we're on this new schedule.
It was interesting because they had on the marquee, it said, Morton Downey Jr., warts and all.
Hey, Neil, let me ask you a question. Did you catch Wise Guy last week with Alan Burke?
No, we missed that. We've had at least 4 or 5 questions about it, but we missed it.
It was wonderful because afterwards he went into the bathroom after the telecast on the TV, and one of the main characters smashed him on the head with a trophy.
Yeah.
He made him fall right in the urinal.
Great.
So there
well,
he goes.
Maybe they'll be writing about Alan in the Wall Street urinal next. You never know.
Okay, Neil, listen, one thing. Don Hughes says boy to you today.
Who?
Don Hughes.
Who is that?
Don Hughes? He's the one of the machoest men in Broward County.
Don Hughes?
Uh-huh.
I have no idea who that is.
I'm going to send you a picture, and you'll probably know who he is.
Okay, now that's not the guy with the carpeting, is it?
He could be. He'll put you on the carpet.
That's Don,
somebody.
You know who I'm talking about.
No,
They got that big billboard up there where the guy's naked on the carpet.
Of course.
He's close
Don,
to that. He's close
Don
to that.
Cox.
He's close
Don Wright.
He'll put you on the carpet.
Okay,
I'll
have
send
a
you
great
picture.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Try to control yourself now, okay? It's 10:31 at WIOD, and we have an open line in Broward where we just hung up. If you move rapidly, 524 WIOD.
Everyone seems to be kind of mellowed today.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. It's funny you should say that. And also, I've got your mama, so at an appropriate spot during the show,
I'm ready.
You can do a little newscast
I'm
later
up
on, and
for
we'll
it.
kind of work into it. And then, of course, we'll eventually get these other people out of the show.
They don't know it yet.
Can you imagine how many people it takes to do that morning show over there? And, of course, their comeback would be, well, we can get half a dozen people for what we were paying you. Yeah, that's true. At about a third of a point apiece, it ought to be really good. No, seriously, I mean, why do they need so many people? And especially because they're playing so much music.
Got me.
They're playing a lot of
like
music, a lot of that same. In fact, I punched them up yesterday, and what do you think they had a block of which group? I'll give you 20 guesses.
CCR?
Yeah.
I guessed it on the first guess.
Well, you don't have to have a lot of guesses on that station.
Well, what does that tell you?
Rolling, man, they were just, and I just punched that thing off so fast, and I made guttural sounds and just spit blood all over the radio. 10:32 at WIOD. Oh, and somebody needs to talk desperately soon in Perrine. Well, I can understand living there. Hello.
I'm depressed already.
What do you want, pal?
This town is a battlefield. I own probably the oldest car in my parking lot at my apartment building. And whose battery do they steal? They steal mine.
They stole your battery.
So I had to call you to get pumped up for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, you're the king. And, what do I do about these people?
How about shooting them? That would be a good start.
Yeah, but then I'd be really depressed sitting behind bars, and I wouldn't be able to call you anymore.
Listen, they don't have time to put you away in this town, okay? They're busy with a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, but I couldn't get to a phone and call you. I'd really be in trouble.
They have these massive ongoing investigations of really impotent stuff.
Yeah, I know what their potent stuff is.
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Everything's great here, pal. You okay?
Excellent. Yeah. Well, now I am.
Okay.
I had to get that fixed.
Well, that's good.
I can't shut it off. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
You're excellent.
Okay, you have
All
a good one now.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
And listen, wait, maybe they'll steal the tires tonight.
They probably will, because the car ain't going nowhere now.
Okay, good luck to you, pal.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, that's good. Like the guy who called from Park and Ride the other day. Remember after the last week's debacle?
Oh, yeah.
And had his car stolen after all the other crap that he went through?
Oh, what a night.
Well, that's what happens, but that's why it's exciting, and I just don't understand why this town can't fill up the stadium, man. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
Granted, they're playing crappy ball, and they're 5-7, and it's just more and more morbid each week, but that's no excuse. Now, they played in Tampa Bay yesterday. Can I have that again? They played because the Bears beat the crap out of them, even with Tom Zach. In fact, Tom Zach's like 13-2 lifetime as starter for the Bears. I don't want to get too deep into this, but okay, let me see. Let me take a look. Tampa Bay and Chicago. It's got to be in here somewhere, folks. Oh, here it is. Okay. Bears 27, Buccaneers 15. Attendance 67,070 in Tampa Bay.
Wow.
Which is 14,000 more than what we had here last night. And
That's right.
the Bucks are what, 2-10?
They're the worst, aren't they?
Well, no, they're not the worst, but I think they're 3-9. They're a game better than Green Bay and Dallas. 3-9, but still, can you imagine if the Dolphins were 3-9? What the crowd would have been last night? I don't want to keep going on this because nothing we say is ever going to change that. It's still a Bush League town, and it's always going to be a Bush League town, and that's just the way folks like it, I guess. Anyway, Henry Barrow agrees that it's a Bush League town, and Henry is standing by with the WIOD news update. It's 10:35. Right.
Now,
because that's what this town needs is more classic crock.
More often.
Yeah. Much more music, much more often. Rolling. And they played the Doors this morning, too. And I like the Doors, don't get me wrong. But I think they're reverting back to their origins, you know, when they were doing about a 1-2. What is that?
Well, I have a question, and I'm looking at the Calder charts from yesterday. Now, for your birthday this year, I gave you a horse racing analyzer.
That is correct, yes. Which
And
I'm
I
going
would
to take out to Gulfstream when Gulfstream opens.
I would feel much more confident about picking these horses if you could bring that in here and we could play with it.
You don't understand. You can't program that from the newspaper. You have to have the racing form.
Oh, okay. Well, I still would feel much more confident. So
This is a man who gave you a horse that finished dead last on Friday, by the way.
Well,
My horse at least led till the 8th pole and then puked. And she just stopped to a walk. Galleria girl.
Well, that
But at
figures.
least she led most of the way, okay?
Well, I told you I didn't have a strong feeling about
No, your
that
horse
pick.
was dead last, was never in it, was gasping for oxygen, and if anybody's going to go to a certain hamburger joint at noon. Okay, anyway, it's 10:39, and let's go to Boca next. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, Glenn.
Hi.
Well, last Christmas, I was shopping at Bloomingdale's.
Bloomies.
Bloomies in Boca. And I went up to the second floor, and I happened to be walking past the dress department.
Really? Yeah, another one of these. He just happened to be walking past the dress
But ask
department.
me who I saw in there with another guy.
Oh, boy.
Aren't you going to ask?
How many guesses do we get? Does the first name begin with an A?
You are so good, it's not funny.
Oh,
I know, that's what they always say. Not Alice.
It is true.
Alice in the dress department? Is that as an Alice?
It's the gown department.
Alice Blue Gown.
Now, Alice claims he doesn't do that.
Well, he may have just been going to try one on or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, and by the way...
Just a joke, Alice.
The drummer for the Beach Boys is also the guy on Full House, the TV show Full House.
I don't know from Full House.
No, I've never
idea
seen
what
one of
that
those.
is.
He also used to be on General Hospital.
What is a Full
Oh, wait a
House?
minute. You don't mean Blackie.
Yeah.
John Stamos is the drummer for the Beach Boys?
He's been touring with them.
That sounds weird.
Well, it looked a little bit like him. Now, they always show you these distant shots. Anybody who looks good, you see at a distant shot. You know, people like Mike Love, who look like the bottom of your shoe. You see a lot of close-ups of people like that. But, well, we'll check that out. That's interesting.
And I just want to remind everybody that Rick Sutterman is a fascist.
Have a nice day, sir.
Good day.
Okay.
What a call.
Incredible. Boy, from Bloomingdale's to Rick Siderman, we sure touched all the bases there, didn't we? And don't forget, on Steve's Contrived Show this afternoon, anti-sex minister Dr. Roy Masters, Bob Kunst, I'm just reading you what it says, gay sex fiend, and sexy alien Nadine, who got tired of holding up the doorway at Zeta 4.
How does Bob
Now, see, if they put Nadine into that show, too, then they've got John and Nadine and Ron and Mark and Mike and Moishi and, my God, they replaced us with about 40 people over there.
Well, what does that tell us?
So they
anything?
can play all of that classic rock. How many people does it take to stick a CD in a player? A stupid engineer. And from what I heard, I didn't hear the beginning of the show, obviously, but I understand they were having a problem with those CD machines again.
Boy, that's a surprise.
I know. That comes as a great shock to me because during the year that we were on that station, man, they had technical accomplishments that even Marconi would have been embarrassed by, okay? Incredible. I mean, stuff that you wouldn't believe. Every morning the first couple of months, hello, are we on the air? Hello, hello.
Yeah, you know how the call
sounded? We only had that once here.
Today.
That was on Friday or whatever day it
and
was.
one
but,
call today.
The first one. Hey, the first one was a picnic compared to what we used to have.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Okay, let's not look backward, okay? Let's look forward. Although it is kind of fun to rip their guts out, you know, because they deserve it. Hollywood, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Neil.
Yes.
No warning. How you doing?
What do you mean, no warning?
You didn't even say anything. You just cut in on me.
Well, that's the idea. We like to catch you when you're off balance. When you're starting to nod off a little bit, that's when we like to punch you out.
Okay. How you doing, Bird?
Just great.
And then before you get your thoughts together, then by that time you're gone already.
Are you going to be okay?
I'll make it. It's Monday, you know.
Good.
I got to put up with these old biddies.
Yeah.
And then on my part-time job, I get them on the weekend. We had four parties of 8 at the same time, Neil. You would have loved it. I mean, da-da-da-da. They all had turkey.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, God. Anyway.
Well, it should have been easy to doctor the food if you'd have been thinking fast.
But then they wanted potatoes. They didn't want rice. They wanted the gravy
That's
on
the
the
one
side.
great thing about the old farts, man. No matter what restaurant it is, they're always, and it can say on the menu in enormous, big block letters, no substitutions, please.
Yeah.
Don't confuse them with that, okay? Because they're going to have their substitute. No, I don't want the mashed potatoes. Can I have hash browns? Can I have gravy on my puppet?
Did they send everything back?
No, not everything.
What percentage would you say?
I would say 40 to 50%.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. You're doing well.
And the funny part was we sent the same thing back and they ate it.
Yeah, always.
Well, as long as you give them the feeling that they're satisfied, that they created a scene and they made your life miserable, that's all that counts.
That's right.
I'm, by the way, Neil, I'm one of them FM converts, too. I guess I'm in the late 20s now.
Yeah.
I didn't get to tell you that.
Good.
Fantastic. Number 26.
26?
Yep, and we're moving rapidly toward 30, man.
Good deal, good deal. Bird.
Yes, sir.
What round were you drafted in?
A round? What does that mean?
He was an 18th round draft choice by the Dallas Mavericks. Sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, you have a good one.
Wait, Neil.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a request. My brothers are in from out of state. They haven't heard their virgins to the Neil Rogers show. I would wonder if you could play either Neil Hedrum or Young Neil, preferably Young Neil.
Oh, no, Young Neil's too long. It just goes on forever.
But Bird
too
is
long.
Great. The Birth of the Bird, I mean, that is classic. You don't play it enough.
That's true.
If you could fit it in sometime today, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, we'll see if we can fit it in sometime today.
You're a great American, Neil.
Okay, bye-bye. Boy, these pushy people, man. Pushy, they all want something. And what is that Manila Bob? That sounds like a horse at Calder tomorrow. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Bob. I don't know if you remember when I called you collect from Manila.
Oh, this is the guy that gave our address to all those young ladies who were writing pen pal letters?
Oh, yeah. Did you answer any of them?
Of course not.
Glen, I thought you loved Oriental.
Well, we did get some good pictures, Bob, for my collection.
Yeah, he did save some of the great pictures.
Listen, I did not put your name on the bathroom wall. Okay, you said...
That was the problem, Bob. By the way, we are later going to be giving the telephone number for the restroom at Epcot.
Oh.
I'm serious. I got it right here.
Congratulations on your move.
Thank you.
And I drive around all day and listen to you. And one thing I want to tell you, if you could do me a favor, can you call Hal?
Oh, no, don't start. No, not today, Bob. Come on, give it a rest.
Okay, no douchebags today, huh?
You can call anybody whatever you want, but I'm not doing it.
Okay, Hal, you're a douchebag.
Okay.
And listen, can you answer me a question?
What's that, Bob?
How many hens in Glen's name?
Have a nice day.
Why is everyone obsessed
That's his
with
last
that?
call, by the way.
Oh.
No, I mean every day, every single day. Let's get serious already. Like once a month would be good for him. We have an open line in Boca. I just mentioned this in passing. 278 WIOD. No pressure. If you don't want to use it, we're not going to get upset. Like drop dead, okay? No, I do have the men's tea room number at Epcot here. And
I remember when we called it.
We may call it a little later on, see what happens. Remember when I called that?
Sure,
Boy,
nobody
that was
answered.
An exciting call, yeah.
Yeah.
One of our best.
They were busy.
And we got the hotline at Y100 here at WHQT, Hot 105. Or is it not so Hot 105?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a Paul Lyle's answering machine. I wonder what the message is on there. Wow, that could be really exciting. We'll save that for a little later in the show. 1047 at WIOD, Miami. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Neil? Bird?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, hi. Hey, what's for lunch today? Anything good?
For lunch today?
Yeah.
Bird's got a little sandwich here, and I'm on my diet today, so nothing exciting.
Oh.
No, nothing exciting
Wednesday,
at all.
we have Thai food coming in that I'm not going to be participating.
Now, that's exciting.
That is
that's
exciting.
my favorite.
From Siam's Doll up there in Lauderdale, wherever it is.
It's not fattening.
What?
That's
it's
true.
Now, listen, let me say this to you. Whether it's fattening or not, I'm on this diet, and I'm only going to eat certain... And by the way, if my mother is listening, I'll be calling her with the bad news. I'm not going to be coming for dinner.
Oh, my.
And maybe I'll come next week and bring my little container and let her prepare it. But I'm not going to screw around this time. I'm going to do it. And all these people that give us, well, it's okay. It's not too bad. I'm not interested, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't want to be surly about it, but that's just the way it is.
Okay. Has anyone... have you all had a chance to see Santa Barbara yet?
No.
Oh, the, Bunny?
The Bunny?
No, Bunny. That's what his name is.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, you've got it, like, he's like...
Like God.
You've got to see him. Like it's
imperative.
He's funny.
Well, what time does that show come on? Doesn't Channel 4 carry it at 11 or something?
Yeah. Well, he's going to be on it like after 11:30 today.
How do you know that? Have you got the script?
No, but I saw it. I saw it on Channel 5 Friday.
Well, wait a minute. That's on Channel 4, right?
See,
no, it's on Channel what?
It's on Channel 5 at the regular time, like 3 o'clock.
Oh, I see. But it's on Channel 4 at 11.
Like delayed.
Yeah.
One day.
Oh,
so like
great. I see. I got you.
So that's how I know that he's going to be on.
Get Channel 4 on there. Let's turn off this damn thing here. Wait a minute.
Well, now Neil's going over to the television set we have in here.
Oh, he's it's better than Tootsie.
Is that possible?
It's better than Tootsie, better than Crystal Lake. Remember the guy that was on Another World? Like he called himself Crystal Lake.
Well, I don't watch.
Oh, well, anyhow, this is a couple of... Oh, by the way, Stefano's back on days.
Great.
Okay. Well, listen, y'all have a good day now.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for the tip. Okay, 10:49 at WIOD. We'll come right back. With that TV, and well, that is channel
476-9999. That's 476-9999. Discovery One, ships registry, Panama. Don't forget, call them now, 476-9999.
Steve Kane is South Florida's highest-rated afternoon talk show host. Find out why. Weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 right here. Now, more of Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610, WIOD.
It's 10:52 at WIOD. Now, is that Channel 4? Because we have no way to know, because we got all these goofed-up numbers.
No idea.
And it's Bob Eubanks.
Yeah.
And I can't stand Bob Eubanks, by the way, or that show. He's enough to make me puke. Well, this is Card Sharks, isn't it?
Is it? They got people with their pets?
That's a good show. It was a good show when, what was his name? Perry was on? What was that guy's name? Jim
Como?
Perry. Yeah, Perry Como. And now that Bob Eubanks is on, I won't watch it anymore. Okay, be that as it may, we're getting ready for Santa Barbara.
Great.
Once it comes on, man, you're going to have more silence. Now, look at this. We got a Homestead call on 2 this time. We're moving up. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
That is John Stamos that plays with the Beach Boys.
It is.
I'll be damned. He plays with the Beach Boys, huh?
Well, there's on the video it is a sign says not a Beach Boy, but I guess he's just playing with them. He was in the movie.
Uh-huh.
And
I'll be damned.
Cocktail?
Cocktail.
Well, I recognized. I knew that it was somebody I'd seen before.
Right.
And
See,
I
I'm
hope to see again.
always so busy looking at Elizabeth Shue in that video. I never have time for much more.
Mm-hmm.
I caught the morning show on Zeta this morning.
Great.
From 5:45.
What did you put it in? A mason jar?
Yeah, I should have. I listened right up until they played that new classic rock song, the national anthem.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand how that fit in. And that's about when I turned it off.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. They're playing so damn much classic rock now. It's just great.
Do we know who the Colonel is? He can't be from this area.
What do you mean he can't be from this area? It's like from right over next door here. He used to do middays on
Really?
GTR. What are you talking about, pal? Where have you been hiding? In a cave?
I'm in Homestead.
Yeah,
we
that
just got
explains a lot.
Here.
Okay, no problem.
Now we understand.
All right, we'll see you later.
Okay. I guess he got embarrassed.
Well, he knew when to leave.
10:54 at WIOD. We'll go to Hollywood. Hello.
Yeah, Neil?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate you on plantation police being more unscrupulous than the Sunrise Police. They've been out like crazy lately.
Doing what?
With radar and so forth.
Hey, I got news for you. It's not just the plantation pigs. It's everywhere. They're all over. In fact, FHP this weekend was in a frenzy, and I'll guarantee you the next few days, now that it's Thanksgiving, they always wait till the holidays till they know that everybody can't afford a ticket. You know, they got to take the money and go out and buy trimmings and turkey and stuff like that, and they nail everybody's ass on a holiday. So this next few days, it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, but plantation is, I mean, you know the new Peters Road, the extension they've made, the new roading? They've been out there at night with no lights on in the drive-through, in the pass-through, the cut-through.
Yeah,
no
they
lights.
do that everywhere.
I mean,
They do that on Broward Boulevard, just west of Pine Island. There's a little tiny bit of mud or whatever the hell it is, and they sit in there. Somebody ought to wet it down so they get stuck in the mud.
I'm wondering if you made a turn and hit one of them with no lights on it, if you'd be responsible.
I don't know.
Because
I wouldn't take the chance.
No, you'd probably get lights.
Yeah.
Got a great sense of humor, pal.
That's only for traffic stops.
Yeah. Okay, well, listen, have a wonderful life.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. 10:55 at WIOD. And let's go to Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Oh, Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay.
This is Tom calling back. I called about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Tom.
Hey, did you go to Friday night? I looked all over for you Friday night.
Did I go to what?
To see old Greg Louganis. You didn't know. Greg Louganis? Oh, you didn't find out what day?
First of all, I wouldn't have gone anyway to see Greg Louganis. Tom, what is your story?
What's that?
What is your story, Tom? I wouldn't go to see Greg Louganis. I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't go to the fashion model?
No.
Oh, that's right. He
For
was
what?
there. Yeah,
I
with
called a
Vanna.
couple weeks ago to find out exactly when Greg Louganis was going to be at the fashion model.
Right.
Bummer. Anyway, I just called to see what
is Tom, what does that mean? I don't understand. What does that mean?
He's worth taking a look at.
Great. Well, listen, I'm telling you, just watch the swimming stuff on TV, okay? He's on there all the time, hour after hour, in his bathing suit. I'm sure at the fashion mall he had all his clothes on.
Oh, no. No, in fact, they auctioned off his Speedo.
They auctioned off his what?
The Speedo.
Speedo?
Speedo, as in suit.
Oh, I see. I wasn't quite sure exactly what that is. I'm not into that bathing suit lingo, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Into that diving lingo?
How about if I said boxer, you would understand that?
That would have been a little better, yeah. I don't want you to get so emotional now, Tom. He's just a piece of hunk of flesh, you know?
I know. There's so many in the world.
That is correct.
Hey, remember a couple months
Boy,
ago?
we got every queen in town is on the phone here today. What is this, Tom? Is this something special going on that I don't know about?
Oh, it's National Coming Out Week.
It must be, yeah.
Hey, remember a couple months ago you had a contest? You were calling on the phone and questions that you answered on the phone? I don't remember.
Well, this Tom, man, I'm telling you, if anybody needs some instant help. Are you okay?
Are you sure you got the right show?
Oh, he's got the right show. He's just not all himself anymore.
Yeah, I noticed.
He missed Greg Louganis, and he's not going to be never be the same again. Well, listen, if I were you, I'd turn on Channel 4 right now and watch Santa Barbara, okay?
Okay, well, I'm still going to try and figure out what to serve with what vegetable tonight.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Good luck to you, Tom. Oh, man. Holy Toledo.
It's embarrassing.
Boy, would you call this like this first hour has flown by, as in fly by night?
Absolutely.
Now, see, in a second here, you'll see what channel this is because they're giving the credits and the show is over.
Okay, well, I know that about TV. That when the credits come on, then
well, I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure you understand that when the show ends, that's when they come on with a little spot.
I got it.
And then there'll be a station break,
Yeah,
and then they'll
I'm
tell you what channel it is.
There'll be probably a commercial or two.
And then if you see me jump... Now, see, it's CBS. That's a very good omen. That probably is Channel 4, unless we're getting something from the States.
Yeah, it's hard to tell these days.
Yeah. Okay, 10:58. Let's go to beautiful Lake Forest. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Bird.
Yes, sir.
Herman and McBean were promoting you all day today.
Oh, what'd they say?
Well, they got this turkey bowling coming up Thursday morning.
Oh, yeah.
And people got to bring in birds and things and donate them. And,
so we're all covered.
Yeah, everybody's bringing in birds, and, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And, Neil.
Yeah.
Stop stealing Herman and McBean's material.
Like what?
That Robbie Rubber song or something?
Hey, listen, they loaned it to us.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I got an inside source, and they don't know how you got it.
They don't... Oh, well, they weren't here. Somebody else loaned it.
See, this is Channel 6.
And if we want it again, we'll go in there and get it again, okay?
It's good playing it.
We don't want to be pushy, but when we're ready for it and we want it, we'll have it.
Yeah. Listen, about the Dolphins. I was at playoffs at the sports bar that Steve Boy hangs out at.
Yeah.
They had it on cable. And they're like 2 miles from the stadium.
Well, I'll be damned.
So the place was packed. All our cheapskate friends were there. They didn't want to pay the $26. And,
yeah. Well, it sure must have been an entertaining evening, huh? Okay, y'all have a good day now. And call us again some year. Well, listen, we're at the end of this hour. Boy, I'll tell you, these flavor crisps, and I've only had like a dozen of them because you can only have so many a day. These are excellent. They really are. Especially in lieu of anything else, man. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Henry Burrow standing by with more WIOD news, whether you want it or not. And then we're going to come back at 11:05 for hour number 2. And in the next hour with this audience, please butch up just a little bit. kind of a country flavor to the show this morning. You notice? It's 11:07 at WIOD. We're back for hour number 2. We have Santa Barbara on the Sony. That wasn't even Channel 4, by the way, before. We saw CBS come on, and right away I said, hey, do we know we're on the right channel? It was Channel 6.
I told you can't tell in this market anymore. Not
at least till
days.
January, anyway.
That's right.
You can't
Then
tell
you'll be able to tell.
which side is up.
Right.
So anyway, we managed to find the right one, and as soon as we saw Pam Salisbury, we knew it was Channel 4, okay? 8 minutes after 11 at WIOD, we got a couple of Broward lines that are suspiciously vacuous at the moment. At 524 WIOD, we'll go to Boca. Hello.
How you doing, Neil? It's your Hungarian buddy. How you feeling today?
Okay.
Listen, I got a couple of reports. First of all, on the Sawgrass, watch out for those cops. They hide in a certain area, and as you drive past, if you're speeding, it looked like I was on this one occasion, and I don't blame myself for this, but they have a speed trap there, and the cops just pick you up after the speed gun goes off. So kind of keep a sharp eye on the Sawgrass.
Sharp eye on the Sawgrass. Okay.
Right. Okay.
I think I ran over a sharp eye on the Sawgrass a couple of weeks ago. Go ahead.
I listened to Ernie's show about 2 weeks ago. He had talked about Sweet and Low, right, in the days when you guys were on WINC.
Yeah.
He said a week before you started your Sweet and Low thing, he had gone through the routine. He had said that nobody was interested. Then all of a sudden you went through the routine.
That is correct.
And
That's
it was
because Ernie didn't know how to
successful.
do it
You said it was
right.
a free plug. I just wanted to verify this.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Now,
told that story enough times.
Yeah, he's told a story about 4,000 times, and he's just upset. Well, you know, when you develop an audience of people who live on Sweet and Low, why would Ernie's audience respond to that, okay? They think it's perfectly normal to stuff it into their body parts.
Okay, 3 is did the Bird do any newscast today? Because I heard Friday he was supposed to do
he's
something.
going to. It's coming up. Just try to control yourself.
I'm just keeping everything in
when
check.
the mood strikes us and we have enough time to squeeze it in here, we'll do it.
Okay, and finally, I've been going to Pompano Park the last. I know you don't like to talk that much about Pompano Park, seeing that David Stephanie or something. But do you keep track on harness racing at all?
Not on Pompano Park, no.
No. Okay. Well, do you have any tips, like when you go, spend the night there or something? How do you predict
when you go to spend the night there?
I mean,
Yeah, take along your pajamas and maybe a toothbrush would be a good idea.
No, as far as predicting horses, because they have nothing there as far as predicting. The program is useless. It only picks the favorites. Those 2 sheets that they sell on the outside are totally pathetic. They don't pick any winners or anything. And then the old people always mugging you to take a look at your sheet, and then I end up missing 5 or 6 of the races.
That's the way it is in Homestead, too. A lot of old people want to look at your sheet.
All right, Neil, listen.
Okay, have a good day now. Just bet on Bill Fahey, okay?
Thank you very much.
He'll take care of you.
Bye-bye.
Wow. These people today, I'm not sure what their story is. And look at all the open lines all of a sudden. We were doing great,
Good
and when the
Lord.
newscast came up at the top of the hour, like about 2/3 of the callers disappeared, and they usually come back.
You don't think?
But I don't think so.
You don't think they ran out to the store to buy batteries, do you?
I don't think. Not today.
Okay.
Anyway, in Dade County, 751 WIOD, and in Broward, 524 WIOD. Maybe they turned on Santa Barbara. Maybe that was a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this crowd.
Well, you don't need the sound on this show.
We don't have the sound on this show.
You don't need it.
And this douchebag on here, he used to be the one with the mustache and the beard.
Oh, God.
He used to be on Another World or some damn thing. You notice how these people, like, interchange?
Yeah.
And it's like musical chairs. They just keep shifting around from one show to another.
It's like disc jockeys.
Yeah, pretty much the same. South Miami, hello.
Hi there, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Hi there, Birdie. How you doing?
I don't think I answered to Birdie.
No.
Oh, how you doing, Bird?
Oh, hi, fine.
Neil, I got Santa Barbara on here.
Yeah.
And is this the guy they're talking about?
No, this isn't the guy, but just keep watching it, okay? I'm not talking any more Queens today. I've had enough. And Steve has got Bob Quinst on today. That should be our quota for the day, okay? I'm not talking to any more of these limp-wristed... I'm serious. What is this show turning into, man? This is the beginning of our 3rd week. Everything's been going great. And all of a sudden, every voice today sounds like this. What is that all about? I mean, we don't want to discriminate. Look at this. Here's a cross-dressing call from Key Biscayne coming up.
I don't like it.
No, let's get serious, okay? Let's try to butch this show up at least 1 or 2 degrees, okay?
Jeez.
Man, what are the guys in Sports Talk going to be saying tonight?
When you're embarrassed, it really shows
that tells
something.
You a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break and see if we can't butch up at least 2 or 3 degrees like this crowd. It's 11:12 at WIOD.
Hello, I'm Sal.
And I'm Harry.
Here to tell you about our special place.
Just a short little drive. From New York is the Poconos.
Let's go.
That's where I wanna go.
To get away from it all.
There was that? In the Poconos, eat gefilte fish.
I love that stuff.
Play shuffleboard if you wish.
I got a 9.
Go for Saturday brunch. Or pile the food on top of your dish.
I hope it's kosher.
In the Poconos, Skytop and Buck Hill, Camelback and Bush Hill, Mount Airy and Shawnee.
There's even Mickey Rooney. I know.
Split Rock and Cresco. Hooghly, let's go poking in the Poconos. We'll have some lunch and then we'll see a show with Tony Orlando in the Poconos. Get a hot shake tub.
You pour the champagne.
Sit by the pool and act like a schlub.
Let's get the chicks.
You can meet a nice girl over by the exercise club.
Hey, cutie over here.
In the Poconos, Skytop and Buck Hill, Camelback and Bush Hill, Mount Airy and Shawnee.
Don't forget Mickey Rooney.
Split Rock and Cresco. Hooghly, let's go poking in the Poconos. We'll have some lunch and then we'll see a show with Tony Orlando in the Poconos.
Let's go. Did you forget your teeth this time?
I got my teeth in a little bag with the water and the Efferdent.
And the Efferdent. Say it again. It's 11:17 at Efferdent City. Now, if you see the video, the Beach Boys video of Kokomo, and then you hear this, then it has like a little extra meaning.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the calls now. Let's take our lives in our hands, and we'll go to Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
The Miami.
Oh, God. Yes.
The editorial page on the Miami Herald
yes.
Mentions about the archdiocese that has a priest named Rubio, and he's a sex molester of children. And now they're sending him over to a year in the sabbatical. How disgraceful.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
First you get down on your knees.
Okay, it's 11:18 at WIOD. I'm telling you, that church, man, they got a sense of humor or what? Huh? In fact, they would kind of fit right into the way this show has been going today.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got Dolphins info from Boynton Beach. Boy, and now wait a minute, they hung up? Thank God.
Oh, boy, let's count our blessings.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Wow.
Okay, well, we have an open line in Dade where that geriatric Neanderthal just hung up about 10 seconds ago. 751 WIOD. Man, we started out great this morning, you know it?
Yeah.
Phones were lit up like instantly, and everything was going along for about 45 minutes, and man, at about 10 to 11, right around there, we hit a brick wall.
By the way, we don't need any Dolphins information. I just mentioned
we don't need
passing.
any more talk about the Dolphins or about Tony Franklin or about Marino or any of that, okay? In fact, tonight, 6 o'clock, I'm sure that there will be a lot of gnashing of teeth on Sports Talk, and everybody will be hysterical. Call in and go crazy, okay?
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
Please.
Now, see, these people keep calling on that line 8, and we put them on first every time.
Why?
I don't know, because we feel sorry for them, because this call's from Fort Pierce. I'm not going to do it. I'll let them wait a while. Let's take the cross-dressing call from Key Biscayne. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yeah.
This is a spy report. I don't know if anybody's ever told you. Last week I was listening to Al, and he was talking about cross-dressing and drag.
Great.
And
terrific.
Oh, well.
In other words, he didn't want to skirt the issue. Is that what you're saying?
He was talking about you.
Yeah.
And he said that what would Neil look dressed up as a woman? And he said you would look like a white Nell Carter.
Yeah, we already had that on Friday, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
It was just as amusing on Friday as it is today.
Well, I'm okay.
No, don't take it personally. Don't get sensitive. But
No.
Alice is out of control and obviously paranoid about what's going to happen over there when the next book comes out. So good luck to her.
Okay, I got another information for you. A friend of mine worked production for the Elton John video. The one you like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Most of those dancers are just young Cuban kids here from Miami.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I had the feeling that was true.
Yeah, they're just local. A lot of them are in dance classes and things.
They're in what? Dance classes?
Yeah.
Like at UM?
Yeah, and all around different ballet classes and things.
Okay, well, we'll be sending our search party out today, okay?
Okay, good luck.
If we find anybody,
Bye-bye.
we'll let you know. Oh, there he went real
quickly,
fast.
yeah.
Man. Woo. Okay, 2 open lines in Dade County, 751 WIOD. As the audience is working, see, on Monday, used to start when we did the morning. They would start out very, very slow.
Oh,
After a couple of hours of prodding, they would finally make a comeback.
And it's sort of similar here. Is that what you're saying?
No.
It's not
No,
similar.
what I'm saying here, it started out great. And now it's like
going the other way.
degenerating by every minute.
Well, you're right.
Like pretty soon I'm going to pick up a phone and it's going to go like that. Ask Al if he can say TalkNet. What does that mean? It's a note from Nick on there. I have no idea what that means. We'll find out. Okay, let's take the call from Fort Pierce and break down already. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, just first of all, I want to let you know, it's brother-in-law introduced me to your show about 3 months ago, and I've converted up here.
Great.
It's a great show. Heard a gentleman call in a few minutes ago about the incident in the restaurant with the elderly people, and I just wanted to know your opinion, and I want all of them out there that are listening. Because a wife and I were in a restaurant here a few weeks ago, and the couple, they're dining, 2 couples are dining together. They get through. They didn't bother to tell the waitress they wanted separate checks. And then when they finally got the separate checks, we're still waiting to get out of the place. And they fight and they fight and fight. And finally we found out the whole fight was over is that one of the parties had an extra drink on their ticket that the other party should have paid for.
Oh, yeah.
And it just irritated
do
the
it.
hell out of me that one of them wouldn't just say, no problem, I'll pay for it. You're my friend. Why can't I pay for it? And it just irritates the hell out of me. I want them all just listening to understand that.
Okay, I'm glad you got out of your system. Feel better now?
I feel wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, listen, we always pick on the French Canadians, and justifiably so, because they're cheap, they're disgusting, they drive under 10 miles an hour, and they just make a mess out of this town every year for about 3-4 months.
That's right.
But I'm going to tell you something. The other Canadians are no picnic either. And I've been seeing a lot of Ontario plates lately. Usually you see these Quebec plates like crazy. This year, for some reason, a lot of Ontario plates.
Oh,
they couldn't drive their finger in their earlobe.
No.
Okay, that's how good they drive. And this morning, I used the Turnpike to come to work, okay? It was great. No big long lines at the toll booth, and there were about 3-4 cars ahead of me. Unfortunately, the car right in front of me had an Ontario plate, and it was this old Methuselah-like couple, and God only knows what they gave at the toll booth. It probably was 55 cents, and they gave him a $10 bill.
Yeah.
And the guy gives them change. Now, evidently, he had singles, okay? He didn't have a 5.
Yeah.
Now they're sitting there, and keep in mind, it's rush hour. I'm not saying it's all jammed up, but there's people behind me, and just about everybody's got to go to work or someplace. They're sitting there counting the damn change.
Oh, God. Oh,
I mean, it's one thing to be feeling the change, but to be counting the change.
Oh, what a
And
nightmare.
and I laid on that horn, man, and all of a sudden he woke up and took off like a bat out of hell, at about 2 miles an hour.
It's like when you see that Ontario...
Go back to Canada, okay? Every stinking one of you. Go watch Hockey Night in Canada or something. Get out of here.
When you see that license plate, it's like a light bulb goes on.
Oh, man.
They can't drive.
Talk about slow and cheap and just, man, what they bring here, the only thing they bring here are hemorrhoids. That's the only thing they contribute to this town. Anyway, it's 11:24 at WIOD. We'll come right back.
I know that the Lord even loves Neil Rogers.
It's 11:27 at WIOD. Now, that's a good question. Is that a guy in drag?
Yeah, it looks
with
like
a wig on?
Looks very
and the
masculine.
umbrella? Okay, those of you who want to do a little homework here, you can turn on Santa Barbara on Channel 4 and watch along, okay? Because this last half hour is supposed to be the real momentous occasion.
Oh.
Alleged.
Of all days for this to happen.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll get it out of our system all in one day. Isn't that a good idea?
Yeah, great
Let's go to
idea.
Inverary. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi.
Sorry my voice is so rough. I was at the game that we don't want to talk about last night.
That is correct.
So I'll talk to you about...
What were you yelling about last night?
Because I always yell. I don't care if they win or lose. I just like screaming at everybody.
Well, I understand that.
We're in a great section, though. They're real rowdy, so I definitely let my vocal cords do the talking, as I say. But I wanted to tell you, I go down to the Keys on the weekend, and we pick you up wonderfully down there.
That's what everybody says. They say the station booms into the Keys. This is the beginning of our 3rd week. We have yet to have a call
From the Keys.
Anybody in the Keys. And they can call collect. They could call right now on either of those Palm Beach lines,
I'm going to tell them.
655 WIOD.
I'm going to tell them because I I work in a dive shop down there, and we just boom it out. And they're being converted, Neil, because they listen to the country station down there.
Oh, that's
there's only two stations.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So
you would think they would listen to Miami radio.
well, they don't pick it up. I mean, you can't pick up any of the FM stations down there.
Right, we know that.
And
and NWS doesn't go down there.
No,
doesn't even cover Miami.
No, the FFG, I guess, is the country one in the Keys.
Yeah. I see, okay.
There's one other one. But I'm a first-time caller, and I would never listen to AM before.
Well, that's great.
You believe it? 25 years down here, and I listen to the AM.
Isn't that something? Boy, we really feel like we made quite an accomplishment. Now, if we ever get a call from the Keys, it'll really be great. I'm not going to hold my breath. Because I've had this on every station. When I was on Winds, it was the same thing. And then when I was on FM, and now here, and regardless of whether the signal is good, bad, or mediocre, there's something about those people in the Keys, man. They are not into whatever we're into.
They're not into 1988 yet. I think
they're into
back a couple
oblivion
years.
down there, yeah.
They're a little passive down there.
Well, they're used to listening to Ron Harrison, so, what do you expect?
Oh, my.
Yeah, speaking
exactly.
of passive,
Exactly. That's what I say, too. Oh, my. That's why I don't listen to AM radio.
Okay, well, listen, you have a great day
Okay,
now.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's 11:30 at WIOD, and we're still checking out Santa Barbara. And boy, if that's a guy, we're in big trouble. That's a guy who used to be on Another World.
That's not the guy.
Another Squirrel. And Stefano is back on the Days of Our Lives. Man, you soap opera people, you must be a rough couple of weeks. They're going nuts. They're bringing back all these dead characters.
Wow.
Great.
They can only do that on TV.
Well, if you listen to South Florida radio, I don't want to mention our friend the Dean, but that should give you something to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, car phone in Palm Beach. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Listen, how's your diet coming?
Boy, it's great, man. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here and I'm feeling great.
Hey, listen, is this going to be a Christmas present for all of us when Steve does an interview with you on how your diet's doing and how much better you feel when you lose all your weight?
No.
That's going to be something else.
No, let me say it again.
No? That would be in the annals of all of broadcast history.
Well, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good comment.
Speaking of anals, good luck to you, pal. Okay, we're still waiting for our first call from the Keys, okay? I mean, I don't know why I even go through this, because they're not going to call.
They're not going to call.
They're not listening.
No.
They're not going to call. They don't want anything to do with us or anybody else north of Monroe County.
I don't think they're up yet. Tell you the truth.
Is that what it is?
I don't think so.
Okay, you can call us collect now. We're not going to trace the number. We're not going to get all answers. 655 WIOD or 278 WIOD. There's almost never anybody on those lines anyway.
No.
I don't see anything happening to them. Oh, wait a minute. The Boca line's flashing now.
Crank.
I'm curious about one thing. When we do screenless, which I think we're going to do tomorrow, we need to have a break in the action.
Great.
When we do screenless, I don't think I can punch these up. I think I got to punch them down here first and then punch them up here. If we do a screenless thing. In other words, if they're ringing, I can't punch it up on here and capture it. I can?
Really?
Do you believe that?
Can you really?
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
We're going to do screenless tomorrow, so you can take a nice rest. Okay?
It'll be great.
You and Roger can have a little siesta.
You'll notice the energy levels different on the
calls.
Yeah. Different
Man,
energy.
When we do screenless, then we see some action.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is all like window dressing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Miramar. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you today?
Okay.
Listen,
how are you today?
Hey, I'm fantastic.
Good.
I've been listening to you for a long time. This is the first time I've ever talked to you. I'm trying to convert my wife from FM to AM, and I sent her to Publix the other night to get some Butch beer, and she couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could maybe play that commercial and call her a douchebag, I think we'd have
Okay, well, listen, have a nice day, pal. He wants me to play it, call her a douchebag, stand on my head, eat 4 gribbinus while playing Hava Nagila on my, what was the guy, Zamfir on the pan flute.
Do you have a problem with that?
Anything else, pal, that we can do for you? We have an open line in Dade, 751-WIOD, and one in Broward, believe it or not, at 524-WIOD. This is a very strange day.
Yeah.
Very strange. It's 11:33, and we want to invite you, if you haven't decided what you're going to do for lunch yet, head over to the Char Hut right in your neighborhood.
Great idea.
There are 6 Char Hut locations in South Florida, soon going to be 7. They're in Fort Lauderdale, Sunrise, Tamarack, Davie, Hollywood, Miami, and coming in December in Margate.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Boy.
And, boy, if you want a great hamburger, cheeseburger, that fantastic Italian sausage, chicken breast, the best onion rings in town, you'll find that and lots more at Char Hut. And now they've created their own money that you can spend in their restaurants for hats, T-shirts, Sony FM Walkman radios from Overseas Electronics, and BMX bikes and skateboards from International Bicycle Shop. High-tech kitchen radios from Ultimate Markdown on Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, the home of surprise shopping and more. So you get over to Char Hut today for a fantastic lunch or dinner or late-night snack. You tell them Uncle Neil sent you by to Char Hut.
Good morning. I'm April Worth.
Discovery One.
I mean, it's been nothing but back and forth.
Down to about 30 seconds, ma'am. What is it you wanted to say?
You're really cute.
You have about 10 seconds.
Susan, you said the rumors and the innuendos, that's all they are.
Thank you for your call.
Hours seem like minutes with Steve King. Weekday afternoons at 2 on News Talk Radio 610, WIOD.
And, of course, today, minutes will seem like hours when Steve hosts Dr. Roy Masters, Bob Kunst, and Nadine.
It's going to be great to see her again.
What a trifecta that is. Yeah, I wonder if Nadine can stand in the doorway and hold that door open, man. It's a pretty heavy door. 12:53 at WIOD. Here's Doc in Miami. Hello. Larry? Doc? Did I do something wrong? He's not there. Okay, let's go to Boca. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Great.
Callers suck, but we're doing great.
Well, I hope that I don't suck, but, you know, I'll leave that to you and the bird after I hang up.
Just remember, it's a free country, sir.
That's correct. Saturday, I was down at the franchise show at the Dinner Key Auditorium, and I saw this little kid walking around carrying telephone books, and I thought it was very strange, so I saw that he was walking with Bob Mayer, who was doing interviews.
Oh, my.
And it's true. You've said it for years.
Oh, my. Oh, God.
Now, come on. Was Mike Spindell really down there?
There's Johnny
It could have been
Dolan.
Mike Spindell with him, but I'm not positive. I don't know what Mike Spindell looks like.
Johnny D.
Yeah, Johnny Dolan just walked in the other room, and I'm sure that's a name that really means a lot to you, sir.
Oh, it does. He used to be on the oldie station.
That's right. He's been on every station.
Every
sir.
station I've
He's
ever
been on
worked
stations.
for.
He was even on the police station.
Right. Police squad.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny D, you know, it's nice that you're there, but please stay off the air.
Yeah. Now, we're going to get Johnny a job at a big station at Exxon.
Pump your own, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that. Okay.
Hey, I tell you, this caller's pretty good. I mean, you're actually alive and with an IQ of over 1.
Right, well, the bird didn't like me last week.
What'd you
call
do?
last week?
I bet you did something.
No, I just said that I have a lot more things to say, but I'll let it go for another phone call, and when I hung up, you said that was a good decision.
Oh, that didn't mean I
just
didn't
a
like you?
Yeah.
Well, you know... It's,
You're getting real sensitive now, sir.
A little too sensitive.
First, see, this is part of the sickness. First you become sensitive, then you become chronic, and then you get hung up on is what happens after that. So try to control yourself.
Just once a week, that's all I call.
Okay.
Good.
Well, like most people in our audience, once a week.
Yeah, I'm trying for more, but my wife, you know...
Yeah, I know.
She's...
like once a month.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, you've been great. Let's not spoil it. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, good luck to you.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Fort Lauderdale, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing?
We're doing it.
All right. I wanted to tell you something. You know, when I used to call over to the other station on the FM, and I get what was his name, Captain and Tennille over there?
Captain and Schlemiel, yeah.
Yeah. And you would be saying that at one point that maybe there were no phone calls, and I would call in and the phone would be busy. You know, I think he was doing a sabotage job on you over there.
God.
Anything to that?
No, he wasn't doing the sabotage. He was just busy. He was eating a lot and lying on the floor, and he had a lot of other stuff going on. He didn't. I don't think he liked.
I kind of got
No,
the.
sir, let me say this to you. When we did Screenless and he didn't have to answer the phone,
right?
He was in heaven, man, because he didn't like. In fact, many times he'd be in the studio with us, and the phone would be ringing off the hook.
Yeah, I think he was a captain though for sure. Hey, another thing. My grandfather wants to ask you a question. Can he answer your question?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Your grandfather?
His grandfather.
Hello,
wants...
Neil.
Yeah.
Is the dean there? Alan Burke.
Okay, pal. Good luck to you. It's almost time for your Metamucil break, okay? All right, we have an open line in Broward moments ago, within the last half hour or so at 524 WIOD. If you want, move quickly, get in, be online during the news. It'll keep you out of trouble, and it'll keep you on air for a long time, trust me. Let's see, we just did that one. Here's a Falcon fan on 2. Boy, you talk about desperate.
Hey, Neil, how's it going, man?
You are joking, aren't you, sir?
No, I'm a Braves fan, too.
Well, good luck to you.
Very consistent.
Hey,
Love those Braves, man.
I got a...
Did you hear the rumor that Ted Turner's going to do the games in black and white this year?
No. Hey, but I got a WIOD spy report for you now.
Okay.
Bird is really a secret Nazi agent. Hey, hold on a second. Someone's knocking on my back door.
Okay, good luck to you, pal.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, you're right. We got a group of callers here today. Off-center?
Yeah. They are, trust me.
Okay, now listen, if the broad is listening, and I hate to use that term, it's a demeaning term, and I mean it to be, because she was a lady when she called, but in my opinion, she's a broad now, because she gave us a bum steer. We just wasted an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that we wouldn't have had to sit here anyway, but with that thing off, it's a lot less draining. And there was nobody on Santa Barbara that was even remotely interesting, other than maybe the guy that you thought, the woman that you thought was a guy or something.
Looked like a guy to
wig
me in a dress.
or whatever. But there was nobody worth looking at on this show.
That's
What
it.
is she talking about?
Maybe she was talking about Pam Sawsby and Gordon Stevens.
Lady, I mean, your taste is in your earlobe, okay? Or maybe in some other part of your anatomy, but certainly not in your mouth.
Terrible. Nobody on there, I would...
Okay, we got a pizza parlor on one. Hello.
Hello, is this Neil Rogers?
Yes, sir.
This is Luigi's Pizza, but I know it's Pizza Parlor in the North Miami area.
Yeah, Luigi.
How would we bring you some food? We just came up with a new type of pizza.
What is it? You got arsenic?
No arsenic in it yet, unless it enhances the flavor.
Okay.
It's a New York deli pizza. It's a combination of corned beef pastrami, sauerkraut, mustard wrapped in a pizza shell.
Really?
Good.
Boy, it sounds great.
Like to bring you some up.
Okay,
We're
well,
only open about a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you.
All right, how do we get some up to you?
Well, probably bring him here would be the best way, and we'll have our...
Anytime?
Anytime you want.
Okay.
While we're on the
drop
air.
We'll drop some off tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We're in the County Square Shopping Center.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, and thanks for the plug.
Little serious there.
Well, he was serious to get himself a good plug. And like I said, you're going to be eating all the food that comes in from now, and the WIOD staff,
I'm
and
up
maybe
for
even
it.
some of the animals from GTR might participate.
I'm ready. I can handle it.
Because I can't do it anymore. I'm on my diet as of today.
I'll cover
And I'm
for you.
not going to bend or yield, if you pardon that expression, for anybody, regardless of anything, okay?
Okay, I'll cover
Got a lot
for
of great
you.
sponsors out there, a lot of great food people, and that's wonderful, but they're going to have to wait until I'm slim and trim. What are you trying to say? They got a long wait? Is that what you're saying? Okay, anyway, we're going to check things out. We're going to see if we had the right channel and the right soap during the news break, and then we'll come back for hour number 3 at about 12:07. And I think in the next hour, because noon is a very heavy news-intensive hour, we might bring out your mama.
All right, I'm
and do
ready.
A little extra word from the bird during the noon hour.
I'm ready.
And stick around. Don't forget Steve with that incredible limp-wristed show coming up at 2 this afternoon.
WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Neil Rogers continues after another news update on News Talk Radio 610, WIOD. Depend on it.
Dale, hello.
Hey, Neil, what's up, man?
Not much.
I need you to do me a favor, man. I'm writing this paper.
Yeah, man.
Down at school, and I need some comments from a couple guys in the radio industry about Dade County radio. You guys want to throw something out there?
What do you mean Dade County radio? What does that mean?
Well, I'm doing a thing on Dade County and the media in Dade County and how it sucks.
Yeah,
like
it
the
does.
The newspapers and the television stations.
No, sir, not the newspapers. The newspaper, singular.
Newspaper.
There is only one paper, or at least another, 5 weeks, 6 weeks?
Yeah, well, the news will be gone in January. But
That's correct.
But I was wondering if you guys can, just throw out a comment. I can quote you in this saying that I got someone from the radio.
Nope.
No?
No, comment about what?
Just something about what it's like working in Dade County radio.
It's like trying to wake the dead.
Trying to wake
Okay?
the dead.
You like that comment?
That's pretty good. Hey,
It's
guess
like
what?
it's like trying to do a radio show in a funeral parlor.
All
in
right.
a cemetery.
That's a good comment.
That's a good comment. Bird, you got a comment? 2 sources is better than 1.
About Dade County radio?
Yeah.
Sure, man.
The programmers in this city seem to be asleep.
Brain dead.
Brain dead. They only seem to, they don't do anything fresh or original. They only seem to copy.
Right. That's why they tape my show, so they can take bits out of it and probably going to steal them.
Yeah, hey, I'm going up to Geneva, back up to Hobart College, man. You been up
Great. Hey, I know that well, yeah.
there? Ever been to the Oaks?
No.
The bar up there, man?
No.
No. Nice little place.
Okay, well,
All
listen, you have a good time.
All
And
right,
take
take it
your
easy, man.
okay, take your jammies with you.
Yeah,
It's going to be real
Long
cool.
Johns.
142 at WIOD. I wonder how Al Byers is enjoying the show today. Huh? Now that I heard that through the grapevine. Isn't that incredible? Talk about juvenile, man, to sit there and tape the show all 4 hours, day after day. Again, it's just a rumor. It's just a rumor. That's all we hear through the grapevine. It's just a rumor.
I hate to say it, but there's some. They need some other technical
They need
attention.
to get a life, is what they need. And boy, if they work a little more on that transmitter, it's better than it used to be. But it's still kind of like. That's why they only got those old people listening, man. They're too old to reach over and turn the dial. They're listening on their crystal sets. But it'll all be a moot point when they change it. That other rumor that was going around for a while there about like changing the host and doing automated talk and stuff. Again, it's just a rumor. I don't know anything about it.
No.
I just heard a nasty rumor that they were going to go like almost automated on AM, which they're close to that now anyway, especially with that Debbie Ellis on. Fort Lauderdale, hello.
Yo.
Yo.
Glen and...
Glen and Tania, the Schlemiel, yeah.
Yeah, the Schlemiel. All right, listen. I got one thing to say. First of all, to all...
Wait a minute. You say you got one thing to say?
One thing.
And then you said first of all.
Well, you know.
See, I have a feeling you got more than one thing to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's for you it's a bad call, but because it's good.
Okay.
All right. First of all, I'd like to say to all those Sunday pipe-smoking drivers and their old biddies that knit...
All right, now wait a minute. Is this caller on 5? Is that where we are? Nick said you're boring, sir.
Well, such is life.
Well, he thinks you're boring.
What I like
so
to do
far,
is
he said, going to give you a chance, but so far he thinks you're terminal and that he's going into a coma.
Okay, no.
By the way, before you go on, can we say we have an official announcement here at WIOD. We have just decided, for future reference, because they do tend to be very sensitive over there at the W Snooze, we are going to change their call letters officially to match their demographics. So it will no longer be WNWS. It'll be WOLD. Harry Chapin would be proud of that. And, man, you can't get any older than that, I'll tell you that. Old radio. That should be another comment for the guy who was writing the paper.
Yeah.
Dade County radio in one word, old.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir. I'm
should
sorry.
Be. No,
WOLD.
have you ever thought about putting out the best of Glen,
I think I'm going to bring the record in tomorrow. I got it at home.
And Neil on a tape and having the money that's paid for the tape going to Camilla's house.
That's great. Well, that is a good idea. Didn't we do that once upon a time?
We
made
talked
them send
about
at least...
it.
No, we did that. When we were still sending the cassettes out.
That was different.
In the last phase of it, and we said, like, for $10 or more donation to Camilla's house, we'll send you a cassette.
Yeah, we had thought of it.
But the problem is we're not really big on cassettes yet. Give us a chance.
Okay.
And we've got a whole bunch of new stuff here that we could put on a great cassette. True. Can you imagine?
No, I understand that. No.
Wouldn't that be great?
But
not me.
What I'd like to say is to all those brain-dead people that do not think you are a humanitarian.
Right.
He would love to do it.
I would love to do it. Yeah, we'd raise a lot of good...
check.
Oh, by the way, I'm just glad you mentioned that. I mailed all the checks on Friday. We had almost $1,300
wow.
for Camilla's house, and we got some more that came in today. So we're doing well.
You got a $200 check coming from me because no matter what the people say about you and how they treat you, you're doing a great job, and the people in the community appreciate it, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Your suggestion is valid, sir, and we will consider it.
Thanks a lot.
Okay?
Okay.
Right.
See, he may have been boring, but at least he was
valid.
His heart was in the right place. 145 at WIOD, and we'll go to West Palm next on 8. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil, how are you today?
I'm doing okay.
Listen, I'm a first-time caller,
Great.
and I just wanted to welcome you back to the AM. I used to listen to you when you were over on Brand X, whatever they were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy that you're on AM because you seem so stifled over there at Zeta.
Yeah, we didn't seem stifled. We were stifled.
Well, they cut out all the great stuff that made you wonderful.
That is correct. Like the show.
Speaking of copying people as you were before, being stuck in this West Palm market, I'm forced to deal with a man named Lee Fowler.
Who? Say it
of,
louder, sir.
Yeah,
Lee Fowler.
Lee Fowler to you, pal.
Speaking of copying.
By the way, I have Lee's resume here right in front of me, and boy, the picture is incredible.
This guy does everything you do. I mean, he goes ba 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 ba.
Well, I'm not sure he does everything I do, sir, but he might tell us.
Well, he's on the other side of the fence, I think.
Well, someone in the building who's in a position to know said, we'll check it out. Don't be too sure of anything at this point. Boy, I'm telling you, Steve is full of it today, isn't he? He looks like he swallowed 4 canaries. See, one thing about Steve and Lee, man, they got this gossip line going. It is the greatest thing. I mean, stories that haven't even been invented about broadcasters who haven't been born yet. They got. I'm telling you, it's great.
And, Bird, to you.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to welcome you back to the AM also, and I always thought that you were a great added feature to Neil's show.
Well, I appreciate it, sir.
And
when you say that kind of like in past tense.
Well, no. I spoke to Bird once while you were on vacation a few years back.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who do that. They sneak in while I'm away, yeah.
Well, you hung up on me once before because I was so terminally disgusted.
Yeah, well, you're still a little borderline terminal, but you're a good guy.
Well, that doesn't help my my radio any. But
no, it doesn't help your show.
Yeah, well, listen, thanks to your show, you keep me sane, and everybody will be picking you up again.
Okay.
Okay,
even the mystery picker. Thanks a lot. Okay, and I hope he and Lee have a great life together. 148 at WIOD. We'll go to Miami. Hello.
Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Neil, I took your advice.
Yes.
I went to the melting pot.
And?
Neil, I got news. The appetizer, the cheese,
Yep.
was incredible. It was the best.
Yes.
The white chocolate fondue for the dessert
Yes.
was the best.
Yes.
Neil, the end, the middle part of the dinner. Neil, it was grease. It was gross.
This guy called me before one time. He called me with the same phone call.
I have never called you before.
Well, because you don't understand how to use the peanut oil. What'd you do? Take a bath in it?
No, I did what the waiter told us to do.
Let me tell you something. I want to tell you something, okay? Melting Pot has been with me for about, I don't know, 2-3 years now?
Yes.
And I think the second one. The first complaint was by some guy who was too lazy. He didn't want to cook his own dinner, okay?
Yeah.
So the food was great. He just didn't want to cook his own dinner. He wanted somebody else to do it for him, which shows where he's coming from. Yours is the only complaint I've ever had about the food.
The food, the appetizer was amazing.
Well, let me make a suggestion to you. You don't have to have the entree when you go in there. I mean, if you're just not disposed to the peanut oil or whatever, go in there and have the cheese dinner. Have the cheese, and they'll give you extra bread and vegetables, and fill yourself up on that, and then have the white chocolate dessert.
100%. Neil, I am definitely going to go back, and I'm definitely going to do that. Because that part of the dinner was tremendous. It was great.
Great.
But just the middle part of it,
Well, don't eat the middle part.
Never again.
Okay.
Neil, I have a suggestion.
Oh, yes.
How about the condom song again?
They got that next door. I don't know if we got time to go grab that, so to speak.
Come on, Neil.
All right, we'll see if Nick can get it for us.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Boy, after he rips the... well, he didn't really rip it. He said everything was great except that one part of the meal that he didn't like. Well, listen, don't get that part again. Do you think we could get that card? You don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if they're in the right mood, they'll give it to us. And if not, we don't really give a damn anyway, because the guy was kind of surly to begin with.
Yeah.
It's 1:50, 10 till 2 at WIOD.
WIOD.
You know what they are, okay? Johnny Dolan came in and he gave us these little GTR things. And,
Cute.
They're cute. I have no idea what you do with them, but they're cute. So don't be rude, because he's going to go next door and bring us the condom song.
Don't you put these on your refrigerator?
I haven't got any idea, okay? I can tell you where to put them. 153 at WIOD. Now, there's kind of like this pregnant pause because we're waiting to see his body flash in front of the window again if he's going to bring that in.
That Johnny D. I tell you.
How long is that? About a minute and a half? Well, listen, we'll start another call, and then if he brings it back in, we'll hang up on the caller. Boca, hello.
You're a douchebag, you...
Yeah, I know it. I knew that Boca, man. They're the best. Yeah, seriously, Boca today has been like the douchebag line, hasn't it? Yeah, but at least I admit it, pal, okay? What's your excuse? Pembroke Pines, hello.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you.
Great. Boy, we got him here. I'm glad we decided to take one more call, aren't you? Wow. Moral Gables, hello.
Yes, Neil. How are you?
Okay.
I won't be a douchebag, I promise.
Okay.
Okay, I'm another convert from W-Douchebag FM in the morning, and I was wondering if you had gotten a spy report on the Morton Downey show the other night.
Yes, we did. Way back at the beginning of the show today, we did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in class.
Wart Downey took Steve and I, he took our names in vain, and we're going to rip him a new butt, okay?
All right.
After he writes us out a check for 10% of his $22 million, we're going to rip him a new butt, warts and all.
He deserves it. Listen, I just want to say one thing. I do go to the University of Miami, which I know is one of your favorite schools in the whole world.
Yeah.
But we're not all douchebags here. I just want you to know...
No, I'm not going to play Jamaican bobsled. Johnny, get that out of here, will you?
No. Yeah, I don't believe you brought that over here.
I can't believe you brought that in.
Get out of here.
We don't care. This isn't GTR. We
We're
don't have
not
a bunch of slime ball listeners out there like they do.
We
Listen,
refuse.
pal, thanks a lot, but it's time to say adios to you, too.
Well, thank you, Neil.
Thanks for the card, but don't just bring what we ask, okay? Don't embellish it, okay? This Johnny is so emotional, you know.
That
so emotional.
Johnny.
Work too long in that building, it rubs off on you, you know what I'm saying? You and Earl the Squirrel. Okay, it's 1:55 at WIOD. We want to thank our dear friends next door at Slimeball WGTR for releasing this again.
Your love life will be sweeter if you rock your Peter. Keep a ring in your wallet every day.
rock and roll animals at 97 GTR.
Thank you so much, Scott Chapin. We have his brother Harry going to be on the show tomorrow.
To sing WOLD, yeah.
And I do mean old. Man, look at those demos, baby. So listen, Al, I hope you enjoyed the show today. Can you imagine having to tape a show every day for 4? Well, at least he gets to tape an entertaining show.
That's true.
Can you imagine, like, if he had to tape Debbie Ellis or something?
Or Alan Burke.
Who is a friend of WIOD. Don't forget it, okay? Don't start knocking the dean. He is still a friend. Or how about the Ernie Sochin show?
Wow.
No, we never really got a definitive report on Ernie there. We had 2 conflicting calls, one of whom said that Ernie said that I got fired everywhere that I worked, which is untrue.
Mm-hmm.
And the other caller who said that Ernie said wonderful things about us.
That's right.
I have a feeling the truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he ripped us for half of the show, and the other show defended us rigorously.
Yeah.
Okay, should we take one more? We got time here. We could take this call from Hollywood. What do you think?
Well...
As Lee Fowler would say, what do you think? Huh? What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, Hollywood, hello. Well,
yeah, that was the right decision.
Glad I took that one. North Miami Beach, hello.
How are you today?
Okay.
Neil, have you ever heard of a tune called CIA Calypso by Allen Ginsberg?
No.
If you had your choice between that or the Firing Squad, which would you take?
Choice between what?
Hearing Allen Ginsberg or getting the Firing Squad.
I'd rather hear Arnie Ginsberg, okay? What is he talking about?
I have no idea.
Any idea?
No. That was beyond me.
We don't have Bye Bye Ginsberg, do we?
Yeah. Yeah, we have that.
Did I bring that?
I think so. No, Bye Bye Bundy.
Yeah, what the hell is